caller.
And I have a quick question and then a quick comment on the. I want to know: does Ann Coulter embody the conservative way of thinking? Does she speak strictly for the conservatives? Does this embody their entire way of thinking? And also,
Well, we'll come back to your second point. Let's get a response from David Keene.
Yeah, I don't think anybody embodies the conservative way of thinking. I said at the opening of the conference that I've been looking for 60 years for the fellow that agrees with me 100% of the time. And when I find that person, I'm going to know he's really smart. But I've never been able to find him. We had people, we had debates. We have debates at these conferences. We have Ann Coulter's more, in some ways, a political entertainer than a political philosopher. We have different candidates. We had debates on, and have had debates on, a whole number of things. We have everything from, as I say, from pro-life to libertarian to log cabin Republicans to the ACLU to everybody else is there. Frankly, no one person has at any time been able, with the possible exception of Ronald Reagan, with whom we also sometimes disagreed, really embodies or represents the conservative view. There is no the conservative view.
Let me get to the other question. Was she inappropriate?
I think that I wouldn't have said some of the things that she said. She's more an entertainer in many ways, than anything else. And whether it was appropriate or not is something that people that listen to entertainers have to judge.
Do you think she needs to apologize for anything?
That's between her and the folks that she takes digs at.
But it was your event.
Oh, sure, but I don't think that I don't think anybody. I mean, there are probably people there who. I know there are people there that I disagree with strongly on a whole variety of things that fight with each other. There are people there that say this one shouldn't be there. We have, for example, conservative Republican Muslims, and we have people who think that any Muslim shouldn't be allowed on a platform. We have all of these kinds of things. We provide the platform. We've invited liberals in the past. As I say, we have the ACLU there. We have other groups. And I'm not going to get into the business of saying you should say this, you should say that. I'm going to make you apologize for that. That's between them and whoever they argue with. We don't claim that every word that's spoken there is something that the sponsors necessarily agree with. Of the 90 sponsors, some may and some may not. But if you get into that, you start to narrow rather than broaden the kind of program we're trying to put on.
Caller, let's go back to your second point, Midford, Ohio.
yes, I would just like to say if there was enough Ann Coulters, the unentertaining entertainers, that there would probably be a lot more, quote, faggots, unquote, in the world. Thank you.
Thank you for the call. Kalispell, Montana, good morning.